Hello Giallo friends! Today we're taking our inspiration from Sfogliatelle pastries, but we're making a version that's super easy and just as indulgent. Manual's in the kitchen. Are you ready? Let's go! The first step in this recipe is to make the custard. Start by pouring the milk into a small saucepan. Then we're going to flavor the milk with the lemon zest. Look at the size of this lemon. While you wait for the milk to boil, pour the egg yolks into the other saucepan with the heat turned off and add the sugar. Use a spatula for this step. Add the flour as well. Give it a good mix. Once the milk has come to the boil, begin adding it to the mixture of egg yolks, sugar, and flour. Pour in the milk in several goes. Now turn on the stove, and then leave the mixture to cook until it thickens nicely. Switch to using a whisk instead of the spatula for this step, as this will help prevent any annoying lumps from forming. The custard is now ready. Transfer it into a bowl. Here's a useful little trick to help the mixture cool down quicker. Get a much bigger bowl and fill it with ice. Put the custard bowl inside. Now it's time to make the sfogliatelle. You'll need a dough cutter. First, divide the puff pastry sheet into 6 rectangles. Start by cutting like this. And done. Now separate the rectangles, and again with the help of a dough cutter, make cuts across each sheet up to halfway along, ensuring you leave a gap around the edges. Next, brush the top of each sheet with melted butter. Now fold each rectangle in half very carefully, just like this. Line up the edges and then fill with a dollop of custard. Spread it in the middle. I'm adding a little bit extra because we all have a sweet tooth here at Giallozafferano, and fold into a triangle. Then, very gently, press the edges together to form this beautiful sfogliatelle shape. I'm using ready-made pastry, but if you want to find out how to make it, search for puff pastry on the Giallozafferano website. They look so good. And now time for one last final slice. One more cut here. Lay the pastries on a baking tray lined with baking paper and brush with melted butter. Sprinkle with icing sugar. Now do the same with all the pastries. Just one last sprinkle of icing sugar. Now we can bake the pastries at 200 degrees in a conventional oven, and then remove them after about 15 minutes or when they are a lovely golden brown. Absolutely the last little sprinkle of icing sugar. And here are my sfogliatelle ready to eat. I told you they would be easy, and I definitely kept my promise, didn't I? Make them at home, take a nice photo, and tag us on all social media. If you have any question or need any advice, just ask us. Well, I'll taste them for you. I'll take this one, dunk it in custard, and devour it. Till next time. It's so good.